Today's class we shall discuss about accuracy, precision and errors, different types of errors. Accuracy, precision of the instrument and we shall see errors and reasons for errors. Measurement is the foundation of all experimental science and technology. We will find out result of the measurement, right? So every measurement has uncertainty. Every measurement has uncertainty. This uncertainty is also called as error. It's also called as error. The exact definition is that the difference between standard value, or of course we can call it as true value, standard value to calculated or measured value is called as error. Suppose 9.8 meters per second square is a g value, and if we calculated g as 9.76 meters per second square, now what is the error? Delta g is equal to, it is 0.04 meter per second square is error. This is a standard value, this is measured value using experiment, right? And next, accuracy. What is the meaning of accuracy? Sometimes we say the answer accurately. What is meaning of accuracy in measurements? It gives or says closeness to the standard value or true value. It says that how it is closer to the standard value or true value. Suppose let us say simple example, 3.8 meters is a standard value. Using experiments we have taken it as we calculated it as 3.78 centimeter, 3.79 centimeter, sorry, 3.79 centimeter. So this is closer to this value compared to this one. So this is accurate to the standard value, right? Now, what is meant by precision? How it is? Precision is related to instrument. Means, so every instrument has its own precision, which is known as a limit or resolution of the instrument. It gives resolution or limit of the instrument. Say vernier calipers. The least count, least possible measurement least measurement, least count for vernier calipers is 0.01 centimeters, whereas screw gauge, which has a least measurement or least count, is 0.01 centimeters. So this is having more precise than this one. So the limit which can go to measure up to 0.001 centimeter compared to vernier calipers. So compared to both of them, the screw gauge has more precise value to be calculated compared to vernier calipers. So sometimes we shall say the number of digits which are present in the answer will also give a precise precision or precise value, right? Now errors, already we had seen that a simple definition of errors, right? Now what are the types of errors and how do we analyze it, right? There are different types of errors which is called as systematic errors, and of course randomly occur, where due to environmental fluctuations sudden change will be given by random errors. So these systematic errors will tend to in one direction. So these are tend to one direction. One direction. That means either positive or negative, right? The error might be positive or negative. So what are the errors? Some of the systematic errors we shall see: instrumental errors, and there is imperfection in the experimental technique that we can use, imperfection in experimental technique. Third one, personal errors, that is due to like parallax and all, holding the device, all such cases will belong to particularly this personal errors. Let us see one by one what about instrumental errors and how do we see that, right? What is instrumental? Defaultly the error present how do we analyze? So there is a design imperfection, there is a problem related to design or calibration, and the zero error. You will see what is meant by zero error in the vernier calipers. Before doing experiment, we shall calculate zero error, either positive or negative. If error is positive, correction is negative. If error is negative, we can do the correction as positive, so to go to the correct value, right? And sometimes thermometer will give 104 degrees centigrade where it is actually 100 degrees centigrade at boiling point of water. So there is a default correction is needed before doing experiment, right? Vernier calipers and screw gauge, we shall calculate zero error first. Now what's the what is the experimental technique? So experimental technique will also give the error, right? Sometimes you observe that A thermometer is used to measure the temperature, and in order to measure the body's temperature, we used to keep the thermometer under the armpits. So when you keep that particularly thermometer in the armpits, there may be a change of giving a reading with error, because there is a external conditions such as humidity and wind velocity all will play into role to give a wrong reading like that. So the experimental technique can also give error, so that can be corrected, right? Personal errors. What are meant by personal errors? So sometimes the people will hold straightly or making certain angle, and viewing that in other way, that is a slight difference of value can be observed. So hold a head a bit too far to the right while reading the position and needle of the scale. Such are like parallax. Parallax will also be giving a personal error, might be a site or such. All conditions will be is also go with the personal errors. And next, coming to this one, random errors. Random errors. How the random errors? They can exist irregularly. They can exist irregularly, whether it can be with respect to size, of course, sign, sudden change of temperature while measuring, and while doing experiments, a sudden change of voltage, they also lead to give the errors, right? So they may change at any time, that is a random errors, randomly they can occur, right? Next, least count error. Already I said that vernier calipers has least count 0.01 centimeter. Screw gauge has 0.001 centimeter. So when you prefer screw gauge, you have least error compared to this one, because it has one more digit that is in the measurement. So we can go to 1, 2, 3 digits after decimal in the measurements by using screw gauge. Compared here, 1, 2 digits only possible with the help of vernier calipers. So we can use instruments which have high precision compared to low precision, right? Now we shall see what is meant by absolute error, relative error. Absolute error, relative error, percentage error. So most of the times it can be asked in the examinations to calculate the percentage error in the given data. So how to write absolute error? Let us see that. Suppose let us see the measurements like indicated by A1, A2, A3, A4, like such, up to you can think of n number of measurements are made by certain instrument and they are noted, right? So what is the best possible measurement compared to all that? So we will consider that the best possible measurement is average of all the readings. The best possible, in order to avoid the error particularly, we will consider the arithmetic mean of all such errors up to an, the sum of the measurements by the number of measurements. So this is simply a mean. We can write it as a mean, as a notation form is sigma ai by n where I is equal to 1 to n. So this is a simple notation, right? This is a simple notation. Next, how to go with the absolute errors? We shall divide the each individual value with a mean value. So the magnitude of the difference between individual measurement and true value of the measurement. True value of the, what is meant by true value here? We will consider true value is a mean value as referred as a true value. Let us say we will try to calculate the absolute errors. Delta a1 is equals to a1 minus a mean. Of course you write it as a mean minus a1, no issue, we will keep mod. If you are getting an answer to be negative also, we can write it as positive. Delta a2 is equals to a2 minus a mean, right? Such, like, you can think of such many errors, like absolute errors can be calculated with nth value measurement minus a mean, right? So here delta a can be positive, to be taken as positive. Means how do you get positive? Simply you keep as a mod, you keep it as a mod, will always be positive, will always be positive, right? Now let us consider here all the absolute errors, like absolute error 1 2 3 4, like that. Such all absolute errors we will take it as average. So the delta a mean, absolute errors average or mean, is equals to delta a1 plus delta a2 plus like delta a3, so on up to delta an by n. So how do you write delta a mean as a notation? Summation delta ai delta ai by n. Of course I is equal to 1 to n we can consider. So this is a simple delta a mean, right? Now if a simple discussion again, if you do a single measurement, then what is the range of the value? How to write? The range of the value is how it lies between. The range is which a mean plus or minus a slightly difference of error, like average of this one delta a mean, right? So that is the measurement. Now it can be written as a is equal to a mean plus or minus delta a mean, right? Or how it lies between here, this is a minus a delta a mean less than or equal to a and less than or equal to A plus delta A mean. So the measurement is lying between here, this is lying between this bit, lying between A minus delta A mean and A plus delta A mean. Okay, it lies between this one. Right, now coming to concept of relative error. How do you write relative error? It is a ratio, relative error, relative error. Relative error is a ratio of absolute mean error to the mean of A. So it is the ratio of delta A mean. Already we have calculated absolute errors and the mean of that one, and at first we have calculated A mean, right? So that delta A mean by A mean is relative error. Don't cancel A mean. This is delta A mean value. This is A mean value. Average of A and average of absolute errors. Now sometimes they ask percentage error. Sometimes they ask percentage error. What is meant by percentage error? Simply relative error into 100 or delta A mean by A mean into 100. That will give percentage error. So relative error into 100 multiplied, we will get a percentage error. Right? Based on the precision and as well as accuracy, we shall see a simple problem. See, this is a problem as example problem. Two clocks are being tested against the standard clock located in the National Laboratory, National Physical Laboratory, like, and at 12 noon, standard clock readings are given Monday, Tuesday, like that. If you are doing experiment, if you are doing experiment that requires precision and time interval measurements, which of the clock you prefer? What is the standard time? Standard time is 12 o'clock. Standard time is 12 o'clock. Right? But there is error in the first Monday 5 seconds and second day 15 plus 75 seconds. The error is 2 seconds here. Error is here again 150. What is that? 60 plus 110. And here 45 seconds here. Here again 90 seconds. Here again 60 plus 90, 79 seconds. These are the differences are there compared to 12 o'clock. So sometimes lower value, sometimes here have a higher value. Sometimes here higher value, sometimes here this is higher value. So all such readings are given, and second the clock 2 is placed at the same level. This is a 10-15 there it is showing, right? Now, let us see what is the range of errors, lowest value, range, highest value and minus lowest value. So what is the highest value and lowest value? See, shall I say that 11:59:08. highest value appear to be 12:01:50, right? What is the difference between the standard time to this one? 2 seconds, right? What is the difference between this one? Standard time 1 minute 50 seconds. What is that? 1 minute again? 1 minute 60 plus 110, right? So again, when we consider this one, 11:59, right?